Welcome back to the lab. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. This is Roy the Barber, and you see the title of this video, Transformation of a Beard. We're going to do a lot to this beard. We're going to enhance it. We're going to use color and other type of tools just to get this beard to perfection. Please, since you on the channel and on this video, please take the time to subscribe to my channel. I will be greatly appreciative of that. And right now, we just strictly get to the bald head right now. I'm balding out with my Stylecraft. I'm just giving you an idea of how these blades work, man. Just a little sample of how good these blades work Stylecraft got. I'll let you see how my trimmers work also. These new black Stylecraft trimmer blades. They cut like butter. You can see that too. So if you're looking for a new trimmer, man, you're looking for some new blades to upgrade your tools, man, these Stylecraft blades are, you win with these, man. Good investment, good investors. That's all I can say that. So right now I'm just going over with these trimmers, cutting a clean baldy. Getting them nice and clean and fresh. Just taking my time. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. Barber Consultant is where you can find me. I'll be much appreciated if you take the time to go follow my other profile pages I have, and we can definitely network if you got the time and you're looking to network. And if you're ever in my area, I'm in Florida, so you ever in Central Florida, give me a holler, man. Give me a holler. I'm always looking to network, man. Come stop by the lab. Almost finished up with these trimmers, man. These trimmers cut real good, man. Smooth, no irritation. And when you cut bald head, you want to go with the grain, especially on black men, to avoid irritation, skin irritation, avoid digging in the pores too. They're accustomed to happen to black men, so just a little tip for anyone that's surfaces black men. I highly advise you to go with the grain. So you want to dig in the pores and cause skin irritation, breakage. Pretty much finished with that. Now I'm gonna get my shavers. I'm gonna get my shavers after this, just making sure everything is nice and clean. And when you get the time, man, please follow my other pages, man. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm new to this. I'm going full throttle on all platforms. And you definitely follow me, I'll follow you back. Follow for a follow. Also, man, you have to clean the client's ears, man. Older men, we do start to have hair in places that we do not like. No, got to clean them ears, man. Clean out them ears, man. I definitely have hair growing out my ears, so I know the feeling. Alright, I got my Panasonics, the best shavers that I ever used. If you've been following my channel, I speak highly of these. These are the Arc 5s. They have the Arc 6 out now, but man, the Arc 5 still work. I've been having to use them for about like 6 years now. Never had to change the head. No malfunctions. No complaints. Still cut from like they on day one. And they cut real smooth. Very light pressure. Doesn't take a lot. Nice and smooth. So this was a request. Usually I like to use the razor, straight razor, to give a good clean head shave. but he preferred the shaver. He wanted it very, very extra clean. He's going to a big event, so he was making sure this was extra, extra clean to give him that extra last. You know, that shaver give you that at least a extra day of that Mr. Clean, look. That's why these things do not stall out, man. They do not stall out. I like to use hot lather after shaving with the shaver or even with trimmers, because it actually takes off that dead layer of skin, man, like that grit, that dirt, or that extra, flakiness and things like that. It actually massages it off, man. It's kind of like it dilutes it. I showed them how it works, and look at his reaction. He was like, wow. Yeah, a lot. So I highly recommend you guys, man, get you a hot lather, apply it. It's soothing also for the client. And he's like, whoa, yeah, man, all that is coming off. Look at that. All that oil and dirt is coming off. And a lot of times, irritations or bumps and things like that comes from, leftover grit, dirt, hair. Sometimes it seeps into the pores sometimes and causes bumps. That's where it starts at, man. So if you're ever shaving a client or you're using trimmers or shavers, try to make sure you clean the scalp afterwards, man. It prevents a lot of irritation. It prevents a lot of later down the line uncomfort situations, man. I'm going over it one more time. I seen a little, had a little fuzz on the forehead, and the hair gets finer on top, so you just want to make sure it's clean too. All right, we're nice and clean there. I like to use some good detangler to spray in the beard before I pick it out, to give minimum breakage. I call it the secret sauce. And it really works, man. Little oil and water in the beard, a little blow dry to make sure it gets deep into the beard, because his beard is very thick. So I make sure I blow dry the detangler liquid into the beard before I start picking it out. And look at that. Easily goes through. And this is a method I practice, not just on the beard, also on afros or curly tops, the new styles they have. It really works. Look at that. Just drying it out, making sure it's picked out. Because we want to sculpt this real nice, man. He's going to a major event he was telling me about. And he came in tonight. He allowed me to record this for you guys. And he is my last client of the day. As you can see, it's dark outside. And the camera's rolling right now. I'm going to take this time right now since I'm picking it out, detangling it. Please like and subscribe to the video. Please follow me on Instagram, Barber Consulting. Follow me on TikTok, Barber Consultant. All right, I'm going to slowly take my time. I got my Evos, and these do have the fusion blade on them. I scar with my blade open. It kind of helped me comb out. It smooths it out at the same time. When you scar with the blade open, it kind of softens that line up top and blends it in much easier. And it gives you room to play. It doesn't. Sometimes you can scalp it. You could come with it closed, but sometimes you can accidentally scalp it. You never know. But use it as a comb to cut, to smooth out this beard, and it also tapering it out at the same time. Right now I did close it because I'm getting the edges. But when I was on the top hairline, beard line, yeah, it was open. But now I close it. I got my Fat Masters right here. This is a great tool to taper down that mustache and also taper down that top hairline. That top line on that beard, this is an amazing blade to have. Especially on black clients, man. This blade works wonders. Especially when it comes to tapering off the sideburn area. It gives a good soft blend. And I got these on my other Evos. Well, not my Evos. What they call? Ergos? My bad. My Ergos. Evos, Ergos. At the end of the day, Gamma Stylecraft. These are my tools I prefer. My sabers. And I do have that Gamma taper blade on these. Man, I love this taper blade. One of my favorite fading clippers. This right here with that taper blade, man. It's like a true one. So it helps me fade faster, actually. Right RPMs is not too fast. It gives it a good blend. Give you room for error. It helps you out. Repeat the process on the other side. I got my Ergos with the fusion blade open right here. And then, you know, when I get down to the end, I'm going to close it. But majority of doing a beard is freehand. Ain't no better feeling when you know you're getting sculptured. You know you're going to be looking your best when you leave from here. You have to enjoy the process when you be doing these tedious services for your clients. You definitely have to enjoy the process because you more in the process than the results. Once again, Fat Master Blade, man, tapering down that top line. Tapering down that sideburn area. Finish it off with my sabers. These probably the best do-it-all clippers, though. There we go, man. My classic black diamond. Man, you talk about true hitters? These are true hitters. And I do love the Evos. Look at that line. You want it high as possible, but still looking sharp. So again, we ain't gonna keep it. He can go real high, but pretty much we want to line up around the nostrils area, right below the nostrils. Trying to help you guys see right there below that nostril. That's where we want to go at. And it's gonna be sharp. It's not gonna be bushy up top because we did taper down that top line. So it's gonna be real sharp. And when it's tapered down, that's when you can use enhancements. And remember, I just did a technique where sometimes you can stretch the top skin after you done carved out the line to make it real sharp. We're gonna do this side too, man. You're gonna see it. Man, these things hit, man. Look at that. Look at that line, man. That's not even a razor. That's not even a razor. See there? Curve it on out. You're gonna carve out that line. It doesn't have to be sharp because you're gonna come back with a razor anyway. But make sure you carve and see that C. You want that good old C valley up there. Line it up with the corner. The reason I like the classic blade, it gives you more visual look. You can actually see beside the blade better than the T-blade. That's why I like the classic blade for lining up or carving certain areas of the face or around the ears. I prefer the classic blade. Straight lines, give me the straight T-blade. But for curved lines around the lip area, I like the classic blade, man. Easy and better for me to carve. With trimmer and comb only, yeah, give me the classic blade. I could carve better. I sculpture a lot better. That's just my preference. Some people like the T-blades. Some people like the standard blade. I prefer the classic blade in certain situations. And I prefer the T-blade in certain situations. But right here, I prefer the classic blade. See how it's carving that lip area out? See how I stretch that corner lip? That's how you keep comfort. And we're going to carve that on out, man, on both sides. Look at that. Look at that line. This classic blade, I'm telling you, on this Evo, this Stylecraft X Pro blade, this diamond blade, stretch that corner of the lip, man. That's the secret, man. If you ever didn't know how to get around the lip, stretch it out. It's going to pull itself back in. See that? See how it pulled back in? Stretch that lip as much as possible. It give you way more space to carve it out. And since I have it all in my hand, we'll carve out the eyebrows. This is how we trim the eyebrows. Just line up the top. We'll clean up later with the razor, but since I already have the trimmers in my hand, it's much easier to trim the excess hairs off the eyebrows. We good to go. Let's get sculpting. People like gel, but I prefer that hot lather, man. It really cleans the hair. It cleans the skin. Some people, put it this way. Some people, how you ever see some people use neck strips and get alcohol to wipe the forehead or wipe the cheeks or wipe before they line up, right? This does the same way, but more gratifying. Instead of drying out the skin, it actually cleans the skin. Alcohol dries out the skin, which I don't prefer. This actually cleans the skin. So it actually keeps all the moisture and you still get that sharp line up that you want as if you was using alcohol to clean the skin. And much more benefits for the client because this actually have more minerals in the lather, which makes it more effective. We got that unibrow, man. We gotta make sure we get that. So since we put hot lather with this hot towel, the hair gonna fall off like butter. It's gonna flick off. All that peach fuzz is gonna slide off. All the stubbles is gonna come off easy. And you avoid all that stickiness with gel. Shaving gel, sometimes you leave a lot of excess in the hair, in the beard when you use shaving gel. But that lather just coats the hair, man. You don't have to worry about all that excess shaving gel in the beard and the hair. And also, it's an easier way to use enhancement afterwards. And your enhancement lasts because the skin is clean from using that hot lather. Look at that. No irritation. Just simply, look at that. Cuts like butter, man. Like my business phrase is where traditional meets modern. We're in modern society, but we still appreciate traditional values, traditional methods, and traditional ways. And barbering has tradition. Hot lather and the razor. That's a tradition that's been in existence for a very long time. And I appreciate this craft, man. I really enjoy what I do. I enjoy this razor game, sculpting to perfection. Knowing that every hair matters, that means you have to leave or take off. You can see I'm just in my zone because I forgot the camera is rolling. And that's a wrap. Got my Barber pencil. This is the tan. Blends in good with the skin. And this allows me to apply enhancements much cleaner, making sure that the color doesn't go above what I outlined. That's the reason why I use it. If you made it this far in this video, that means you really enjoying it. I add a little water to my color. I like Kiss. That means you really enjoying the video. Like I was saying, please hit that subscribe button. I prefer the brush method because the brush method actually lasts longer than the spray method. This gives you a lot more longer period of time. For my client, I'm just taking my time. I like to dilute to stretch the color a little bit. It gives me a good way to blend it. Sometimes the color be a little thick, hard to, gives a good, you gotta do the little feather blend to it so it can look natural. We gonna know it look like, you gonna know it's enhanced, but we still want to blend it into that nice beard, into the thick area. So it gives me ability to feather that color into the beard and keep that sharp line. Just brush it on into the beard. And we're gonna let it coat, we're gonna let it sit. And we're just gonna let it sit so it can really grab, coat to the skin, to stain the skin real nice on a natural good apply. Just make sure it's sharp, make sure the color does not overlap the color pencil. I'm gonna blend it on in. Make sure, get the excess color off. Real quick and easy. We're gonna blend that also in the sides. Instead of looking like a line, we're gonna blend it into the skin. So I grabbed my JRLs right here just to blend the line into the skin. It's kind of like feathering, spraying out that color pencil onto the skin. And we're going to do the other side now. We're going to feather the color on into the beard. Take our time to blend it in. Very easy method. And like we did on the other side, I made sure I get all the excess color to keep this line crisp and sharp. We're pretty much finished. Remember, this is why I grabbed my gel to blend the Barber pencil in. So that's what I was doing right then. Getting little split ends right here. Making sure I'm doing my little finishing touches. Cleaning up the eyebrows, making sure everything nice and clean. People pay for quality. Also, with the quality plus the great experience, people appreciate you. And that's it. My man said I'm in there like swimwear. I set him up because he has a very, very large beard, so it's much easier to sit him up to get that neckline right there. Man, that beard look real good, man. I told him, man, I wish I had mine that high. I mess up my own beard, man. I pretty much work alone half the time. Just show him that picture, man. Show him that. Show him that mirror, man. It's a photo shoot. Hey guys, I really appreciate you for watching my video, my tutorial. If you got any tips, please hit that thumbs up. Any questions about the tools I use, any method, techniques, any suggestions, anything you want to give me tips about, I will appreciate it. And this is Roy the Barber, and this is my channel, The Lab, and I'm out.